Hey there, thank you for tuning in to Down to Vacay. This is Gil.
I'm Lou.
And we're going to drop the misses. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is horrible. I mean, some of the stuff, again, it depends on whether or not, this is something big for you. For us, these were definitely misses. So I guess we're going to start off with our biggest miss. And that is only because we were,
Spoiled.
Spoiled, yeah, that's a good word. And that's the spa. That's a thermal suite. On the Icon of the Seas.
So that's in the Vitality Spa.
Right.
Right? Because, it's a little deceiving because thermal suite is a part of it. And the other part of the spa is like the barbershop, the hair salon, the massages.
The facials.
Yeah. So that's all in that Vitality Spa. But we're specifically referring to the thermal suite.
Right. Which I actually paid for the 7 days, the full weekly spa pass.
Yeah, against my knowledge.
And listen, man, we're talking about the Icon of the Seas here. I'm thinking like the Icon is going to be blowing, the Norwegian Viva Prima and whatever
Everyone
out
else.
The water, with the spa because, again, this is Icon of the Seas. Man, this was bad Spa of the Seas.
Yeah.
It was just
Disappointment
horrible.
of the Seas.
Oh my Larry. It was just, again, they only had two, I think it was 2 or 3, right? Two of them.
3 rooms
Three
all
rooms.
together.
Yeah.
And
Steam rooms. 2 steam rooms.
2 steam rooms, 1 sauna. Well, I guess you can you call it like a dry sauna or whatever.
Dry sauna, okay.
And then like 2 showers. And then the rest were like the thermal beds. So it's like those stone hot beds. That's it.
That's it. That's all you get.
That's it.
That's all you get.
Like,
And
it was I'm sorry to say, I was highly disappointed.
I thought we were gonna get some some good stuff, man. I thought there was gonna be a pool. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what it was, but I thought that they were gonna have something much more than what they did. Even their sauna. The sauna wasn't even that great. It was like a sensor. Like if they
So it seemed as if they, again, they made it so that someone had to sit in there in order for it to be at full, heat. But, when you go in there, you sit down on the bench and they had this, I guess it was censored because if you put your arm or your body part in front of it, then the red light would turn on. And then we didn't notice that until I think the second time when we went there, because the first time we didn't even notice it. But then the second time it wasn't as hot, so maybe there was less people that had visited.
I don't know.
So that's why we noticed, like, wait a minute, why is it not as hot in here as
so
it was?
the only place that was really, really cool was the steam room, but even that
I wouldn't call it cool. That shit was hot as hell. Literally.
What was the other one called? I forgot what it was called.
Hamas or
Hamana? I don't remember, but it wasn't that great, to be honest with you. Even the showers weren't that great. It's like,
well, one of them was a aroma shower. Like there was a smell associated
it
with it.
should have been both of them actually.
But yeah, that was the issue. Like you told me, oh, this is nice because it has an aroma to it. And I'm like, this. I went to a different one, and I was like, that one doesn't have it. So again, kind of strange and a little disappointing.
I don't know. I thought it was going to be great, so my apologies. You have freaking paint chipping. You had
and this is like not exaggeration. This is like literally.
Yeah, you go in there, you'll see like literally there's paint that was falling off, chipping from the ceilings. And
granted, that was in the hot as hell room, and I get it because of all the steam. And I mean, like literally, that thing was so hot that we only could stay in it for a few minutes because it just I felt like I couldn't breathe. So I had to get out of it.
It wasn't that great, man. It just not like the the Norwegian Prima Viva. You want to talk about luxury, you want to talk about spa. Like they had 2 little pools. The showers were amazing from different angles, from the bottom, from the top, from the side.
Yeah, they were like
underneath.
Massaging shower.
It was like a bidet for your body. You know what I mean? Like it was great, man. It was awesome.
Yeah, and I think our expectation bar was kind of high because we had been on, went to the spa on the Viva, and then we get here, which we thought would be a nicer place because it's, icon of the seas. And no, won't.
No,
We
it
were
was-
not. The next miss on our list is the Hideaway, specifically the pool at the Hideaway. So the Hideaway is the adults only area on the aft of the ship.
No kids.
And while in theory, it kind of looks nice overall. It has like a glass infinity pool.
It's the floating infinity pool.
Yes, and it has like, pretty ample amount of seating and stuff. And there's a bar back there as well and a DJ. But the miss for us is that pool is so damn small. Like, you can't swim in it. You could basically stand up in it for a little bit. But it gets crowded kind of quickly.
Yeah, it does. And don't expect to hang out and just chill and relax there with some peace and quiet, because you're not going to get any peace and quiet. What's going to happen is that you're going to have a DJ, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to have the DJ spinning the tunes, and you're like, oh, yeah, feeling all like...
Yeah, like, literally, there was a Game of Thrones remix that we never heard.
Yeah, that was pretty dope.
Yet love.
Yeah, it was actually pretty cool. So it's cool to have all that good stuff, man. But what about the people who just want to relax? Those that just want to be in peace and relax, no music, none of that, none of that stuff, even though it's cool. But what about people like me that just want that peace and relaxation? So we have the other miss, which is the Cloud 17. Yeah. What about that? What about that area?
That's marketed as an adult-only section as well. And to be fair, the seating and everything, it looked nice. We looked it up on the website prior to boarding because, we always try to do a little research because, again, it can get overwhelming when you're looking around in the ship. So we saw, they have an adult section separate than the Hideaway that, kind of look a little swanky. Had its own bar and everything. So we go and check it out and we go walk through. And then we didn't only walk through once. We walked through twice. 2 different days, 2 different times.
You even questioned me.
I didn't even believe you when
man.
you said it. Because I was like, no way. And unfortunately, there were children in the area. Now
in the
listen,
pool,
granted,
on the lounge chairs.
Granted, we don't have anything against kids. However, Surfside, that's for the kids. The regular pools and stuff, that's for the kids. At least let's have our own section for the adults for a little more tranquility. And unfortunately, I think the biggest issue with that was the fact that there was no enforcement of, or even signage that it was an adults only area. So I guess some of the parents felt that it was okay to bring the kids up there. Because, had they not looked into it, they would never know that it was supposed to be an adults only section. So I'll give them that little bit of a understanding, right? But beyond that, I have no patience.
Yeah, it was cheesy, man. This is what I mean.
It wasn't cool.
Like you're spending thousands of dollars, and this is one of the other areas that's pretty much a hit. I mean, a miss for me is the fact that you want to find some quiet spots for you, but on the ship you barely find any quiet spots. No matter what section you go to, no matter what neighborhood you go to, no matter what deck you go to, there's always going to be kids or music playing. Right? Mm-hmm. You would think the Hideaway you would get a cool spot, but no, they're playing club music at the Hideaway. Not bad. I don't mind it.
Yeah, that's fine if you're in that party atmosphere and you want that.
But
no problem.
Yeah, you go down to Central Park. You got kids, going back and forth. Little benches here and there, but it's not quiet. It's not a fully quiet spot because you still have Lou's Jazz and Blues.
Don't blame it on me.
It is you. Again, these are. Like, I want some place that's actually, pretty quiet, and you're really not going to find that on this ship unless you go to your cabin.
Yeah, go to your cabin.
If you have a balcony, that's where you're going to find, most of the areas. Rather, if you go to your cabin that has a balcony, you'll be able to relax and see the ocean. And then that's leading into the other miss, which is there's limited ocean views. Not much outdoor space around the ship where you can, just chill and then look at the ocean and relax.
So again, maybe we're just a little spoiled because we went on the Prima and the Viva from Norwegian, and their outdoor ocean view space for public, like for anyone, was pretty damn impressive now that we think about it. Because when you go on this ship, well, yes, there is a lot of outdoor space-ish, meaning you have Central Park and you have Surfside and you
You have
have
all
the
these
pool
neighborhoods,
decks.
man.
But again, you don't have anything where you can really like lounge and just relax. I mean, not at the pool per se, kind of just chilling in a section, reading a book, and that it's a little more quiet. So for us, there was only one spot that we found on that whole ship that was like that, and it was in the promenade, like on behind the promenade, and it was on there was like a racetrack that goes around the ship. But the only thing, it's one little section.
We never
And
even
that
sat
was it.
there.
We never sat there. We just happened to see it.
That's
as
when
we
you
walked.
enter. When you enter the ship and you
Yes.
look to your left, you'll see
it.
that little spot with some lounge chairs, some little sofas, and then that's pretty much it. Other than that, you're not really going to find many areas on the ship where you can
You can just
see
chill,
the ocean.
look at your iPad, or
Right.
read a book, or
Yeah,
listen to music
it's-
on
it
your
just-
on your AirPods.
Just won't happen. And this is one of the reasons why, again, we were just talking about this earlier, where I'm starting to understand and get the whole idea behind Ocean Boulevard on the Norwegian Prima and the Viva.
And again, we are not paid by any
No,
other
yeah,
cruise
we're
lines.
not. Now I understand where the Ocean Boulevard comes into play, because the Ocean Boulevard on the Prima and the Viva, it's for those who want to relax, who want to go down there and just chill, look at the ocean, lay down on the lounge, the chairs, and just relax. Not much is going on. It's separated from the main pool, the main pool deck, where they do have the club, or the DJ rather, playing the music and the pool and stuff. And then, one half deck up, I guess, is for the kids, their little pool. But you don't really have that many kids on that cruise. So it's like, okay, now I get it. Now I know that this is the only spot on the Prima and the Viva where you can walk around the whole entire ship. Literally, the one deck 8. You can walk around the whole entire ship, and you can find a spot to relax and just look out into the ocean. You can't do that on the Icon of the Seas. You can't do it unless you have a balcony. But that's the only way you can actually get a view of the ocean.
Yeah.
And if you wanted to, again, like you said in the beginning, just a second ago, you said you'd have to get the interior ocean, or rather interior balconies, but you'll only be looking at the Central Park or Surfside. But you can only see the sky.
Yeah.
You'd only see the sky,
If
which is
you
cool.
kind of crook your head and look up.
Yeah, it's cool. You know what I mean? You could people watch or whatever. You still see the outside. It's raining, sunny, whatever. But other than that, you just don't. You won't have that. You won't have those views. So you'd have to go up top somewhere in order to see it, or you'd have to go to the aqua area, the aqua dome, in the back to see the ocean. So I think that's one of the biggest misses. I actually missed being able to just sit outside in a quieter space and look out into the ocean. And I think that's one of the things that I would miss most if I were cruising again on an Icon of the Seas or a Star of the Seas coming up next year, or the Utopia of the Seas. These are the things that I would miss on one of those, on the Icon class ships. Thanks again for tuning in. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you appreciate our content. If you want to watch some more and gain some more information, don't forget to hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell, so that way you would see all the new videos that we're putting up. We still have so many videos left to put up. The Icon of the Seas was super major. But yeah, thanks again. If you want, hit us up on Instagram at official_down to vacay. Check us online at www.downtovacay.com. You down to vacay?
Oh, yeah.